Welcome to Buddy Talk.
My name is Julie Dawson. I teach third grade at Stevenson Elementary School in Bloomington, Illinois. Buddy Talk is an activity we do after we have worked through a story. It really helps me understand if they have gotten some deeper understanding of that particular story or what the message of that author was. The children question one another about different aspects of the story. The question stems that I provide are open-ended questions, and they hit all the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Today, the children were going to be doing buddy talk using the story Grandma's Records. To begin, we went over our target for the day, which was that they were going to be able to listen to a story and then discuss that story with the partner and then be able to make a personal connection to their life. And after the story was finished, we reviewed our rules of PBIS, which is Positive Behavior Intervention Support. Those rules are to be safe, be respectful, and be responsible. And we talk about you had to work cooperatively with your partner, be a good listener, taking turns talking, ask questions if you don't understand what the person is saying, be kind and friendly, speak softly so they can talk to one another and the other people can talk to each other. So they show me that properly, and then they get to show me the inappropriate way to do that. And that's always them turned around looking at somebody else. Someone, of course, has to shout out loud so they know that that's not appropriate. But then they get back into the right mode. So we know that those are the rules. But it's important to review these rules because that way the students know exactly what they are supposed to be doing when they are doing their buddy talk. Now that we've worked with this book for quite a while, my focus was to have the children answer higher level questions. I used the question stem of each one of the Blooms to help the students get into deeper thinking. And for their knowledge question, for example, I said to brainstorm different types of music. I tell them this question, and then they talk about that question to one another. And sometimes they're using a whiteboard, and they both have markers, and they're writing their responses on the whiteboard. Sometimes they're using these little cubes, and they take turns talking, and every time they say something, they put the cube in, so they're sharing their time of talking. I also asked a comprehension question, describe how Grandma and the boy were alike, and then describe how they were different. For example, an application question would be, predict what would happen if the boy goes to basketball camp instead of going to his grandmother's for the summer. An analysis question would be, what does the author believe about music? Synthesis question that was asked, discuss the pros and cons of listening to music. And many interesting comments came out of that. They thought it was bad because of some of the language and some of the songs are violent, but it was also good because it could calm you down. So they kind of got a good understanding about how the music was affecting them, and that's exactly a point made in the story too. After they have finished a question, there's a bell that rings and everyone is quiet, and then everyone has an opportunity to share their thoughts and ideas with the rest of the class. Not everyone gets to share, but some of them will raise their hand and some of them will agree with some that have already been mentioned. So it's kind of a nice opportunity for everyone to get involved. I believe that the reason that we can do this today is because of lots and lots of modeling. It didn't happen right away. It took a lot of time. Talking about text can help students in many ways. I believe the students become more confident and they're able to identify story elements a little bit better. They become able to compare and contrast even though they don't know they're doing that sometimes. They can start asking higher level questions on their own without the prompts. I feel students get a deeper understanding of what they're reading. And I think not only are they understanding what they're reading, but they're getting knowledge about the whole world around them.
To learn more about engaging students with text, please explore the additional resources on the Doing What Works website.